Give it up for Mr. Locario.
What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I wanted we're going to be talking to all the good-looking guys, the pretty boys today. The guys who think that they're getting, girls just because they look good. You might have pretty boy syndrome. Okay, and pretty boy syndrome is a thing that I coined, that I made up basically to describe something real that actually happened. See, a lot of guys, they think that, because they're good looking, and other guys think this too. They think if a guy's good looking, he's going to get girls, it's going to make it easier for him to get girls. They think because since they're good looking, it's going to be easier for them to get chicks, right? Now, what pretty boy syndrome is when you feel that way, you believe that, and then what happens is that you base all of your game on your looks, and then you start to kind of get insecure about your looks when girls reject you. Or you kind of get insecure about yourself when girls reject you, because you, in your mind, you think, well, since I look good, that should equal me getting girls. But then if that's the truth, then why is this girl or that girl rejecting me? How come I'm not getting this girl that I really want? How come, I'm only getting these types of girls when I want these types of girls? Which happens to, a lot of guys who are good looking. So what happens is that a lot of these guys, they need reinforcement by other people to make them, to remind them that they're good looking, right? So something happened today on Facebook with this dude. He took a picture of himself and a picture of me and put it side by side. And he was like, hey, which one do you think is better looking? Which guy do you think is better looking, right? So the guy who did this, he's young. We was going back and forth on Facebook, and other people in the group going back and forth. And a lot of guys, they were like, yo, this is mad gay. Why even comparing yourself? And I even talked about this, like, guys should not be comparing themselves to other guys. It's pointless and stupid. But the thing is this, is that he's saying, well, I'm good looking and I got a lot of girls that want to have sex with me because I'm good looking and all this other stuff, right? So the thing is that what he doesn't understand is that him posting this thing up, him posting a picture of me and him side by side and asking for validation, you understand? He basically has pretty boy syndrome, because he needs the validation in order for him to feel good, in order for him to, continue to feel like he can get girls, because basically in his mind state, him getting girls is based on how he looks. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I was basically telling him, and what I was saying, in the whole group, is that when you think this way, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because what's going to happen is that there's going to be girls who are not going to be feeling you and who are not going to want to get with you, and you're going to think, what the hell's wrong with me? How come? What's going on? I don't understand, because I'm so good looking, these girls should be getting with me. What you got to understand about looks is that looks are subjective. Do you understand? So even if you think you look good, or this girl thinks you look good, there's a whole bunch of girls who's not going to think you look good. So if you're thinking that just the looks is the thing that's going to attract them, already you're messing your whole self up, because looks are subjective. So your look, or how you look, might not be attractive to another woman. But also, what I've been saying this, for forever, that when it comes to getting girls, looks are like the last thing on the fucking bottom. You gotta understand this shit. See, even from a biological standpoint, right? Us men, we are looking at women. We want the woman to look good. Looks matter more for women, because women need to look good in order for us to want to, actually get with them. They have to look good, and their good looks, signify that they're healthy to us, so that we want to fuck them and have kids with them and have healthy babies. For a man, women are looking for more of stability, more of protection, all this other stuff that has nothing to do with looks. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she might see a guy that, if we're talking about looks mainly, if we're talking about, like, let's say a guy is tall or something, then we could talk about looks. If a guy looks like he's strong, then we could talk about looks, because that is more on the protection side. But if you're talking about just how your face looks and how you physically look, if you have a nice looking face, no. The thing is, women will look at you because you look good, because if you look good or anything looks good, people are going to look at it, right? So what this kid doesn't understand in the group is that chicks will look at you, they'll say you look good, they'll even say, hey, yeah, you so hot, I'll fuck you and all this other stuff. Then when it comes down to the situation of it happening, they'll probably end up fronting, faking, rejecting you. This shit happens all the time. When I was younger, I had pretty boy syndrome. You understand? I had girls like, oh, you're so cute, you're so hot, you're so sexy. So the thing was, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling myself, right? So mostly I was getting girls, not necessarily because I look good. And guys, listen to this point. I wasn't necessarily getting girls because I look good. I was getting girls because since people were telling me I was good looking, I started to feel confident, and that confidence came out when I started talking to women. So it wasn't about my actual look, it was about how I felt. And I felt that way because I gassed myself up on thinking, well, I look good and I'm the shit. So now when I talk to women, right, they felt the energy. It wasn't because I looked good. You understand, all the time, it was more because my confident energy. So it's more about the confidence versus the actual looks. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with this guy. So he's getting this reinforcement of how cute he is or how good looking he is and all this other stuff. So then when he's interacting with women, he's going to give off a certain type of confidence. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is why when you have a lot of guys who will look good, if they have that confidence, a lot of it is coming from the belief that, well, since I look good, these girls are going to want me, and they're getting the confidence through that reinforcement. You understand? But what's going to happen is where the pretty boy syndrome kicks in is that they actually think that it's about their looks. So when a chick rejects them or shit doesn't go down with a chick, they start to feel insecure about themselves because they're connecting their identity and who they are with their looks. And like, oh, my looks is everything. This is how I attract women. So I need to look good. I need for people to reinforce to me how good I look. Basically, a lot of guys that think this way, they're thinking like women. Because this is how women think. This is why women wear makeup, put on high heels, try to, look as sexy as possible because they know that their look is the thing that attracts the guys. You understand what I'm saying? When we're talking about men and we're talking about guys attracting women, you sitting there thinking about, oh, it's just my looks and my looks are getting me all these girls. Dude, stop. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop. Again, a woman will look at you and think you're cute. That does not equal you fucking them. That does not equal you dating them. That does not equal you having sex with them. You understand? Back in the days, I used to model up for Polo jeans, right? And some of my friends who were modeling with me, the other guys who were modeling with me, they were, people would see them and they say they're good-looking guys. These are guys you probably seen in magazines because they were in a couple magazines. I was in a couple magazines. You see them on billboards. I was on a couple billboards and stuff like that back in the day, right? So these guys also had pretty boy syndrome. So they thought that, oh, well, since I'm good looking, it's going to be easy for me. Then when they actually went out to talk to girls and shit, and then they started seeing that girls was fronting and faking and rejecting them, they were just like, what the fuck is going on? Because look, I'm a good looking dude. I should be, getting these chicks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, almost half my clients, almost half the guys that I teach and coach are good-looking dudes. Why is that? If it's about being good-looking and that's all it's about, why is it that most of the guys that I coach, or not even most, but I say half of them, are you would consider good-looking guys? If it was so easy to just get girls because you're good-looking, why? You understand what I'm saying? So, guys, you got to get off this, and you guys who are the quote-unquote pretty boys, stop trying to rely just on your looks for your game because you are going to be disappointed. You understand? You looking good does not equate you fucking a chick. You understand? I remember I had this one guy that I was I was not in high school, in college with, and I used to call this dude Brad Pitt because he looked basically just like Brad Pitt and shit. So that was like my nickname for this nigga. Because I was like, yo, you look exactly like fucking Brad Pitt. It was like scary almost, right? So this dude told me one time, we chilling in a class, and he's like, yo, man, I was at this spot, and I was talking to this girl for like a couple of hours and shit. Then I finally got her back to my place and stuff. So, he said they got naked, and this chick he was lying down, and the chick's about to get on top of him, right? He has the condom on and everything. Chick about to get on top of him. So she's about to slide on the dick, and she jumps up and says, I can't do this. I gotta go home. For what reason? We don't know. We don't know what happened, right? But what the point is that he didn't get his dick wet. But oh, he's good looking. So why? So you're probably gonna say, oh damn, well, he got that far because he was good looking. What difference does it make? If I hire you to do a job and I almost pay you, right? Are you glad that I almost pay you, or do you want to get paid? Right? So what difference does it make if he almost got some sex? You understand? If you're thinking, oh, it's because his looks, he almost got it. So you guys need to get off the bullshit. Stop with the nonsense. You know, if you good-looking guys got out there, if you got pretty boy syndrome, stop the bullshit. Just stop and learn the goddamn game. Because trust me, you're going to get in situations like that where you think that you should be getting some ass because you look good, and all this shit is just gonna flow just gonna flow like that. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, there could never be a time where a chick, she thinks you're cute and she want to fuck you because she thinks you're cute, right? But that's more of the exception than the rule. Y'all think that's the rule. That's not the fucking rule. You understand what I'm saying? So, guys, really understand that, get that through your head. And if you need to learn the game, go click the link below, man. This is why I leave my links for my ebooks, and it's free. Go get the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men for free. Click the link below so you guys can stop with the nonsense. I don't want you guys setting yourself up for disappointment. You can go, go through this if you want. If you feel like you need to go through the nonsense and you feel like you need to know if this is some real shit, if your pretty boyness, you understand, is the end all be all, go do that. Do it and come back to me and let me know what happens. But I already know what's going to happen. So just really understand the game, learn the game, save yourself from some trouble from doing all the bullshit. All right? So I'm out of here. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.